Welcome back to the Flow of Life Tarot. We're going to drop into some energies, messages for your highest good and greatest well-being, with the focus of feeling into your abundance. I thought I'd bring you outside. There's some running water, there's bumblebees around, lots of flowers, which you can't actually see them all on the camera. So I've just been shuffling with that intention in mind, feeling into your abundance. And I thought I drew one card, but actually there's two. We've got Pachamama, and then we've got Thunder. And immediately there's this sense of this gratitude and love for and from Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and also, how exciting the weather can be, like a thunderstorm that clears everything. And instantly the image was much like the tower, this lightning bolt that can come through, and it's sort of shocking and resetting the nervous system so that you can fully feel into and experience your abundance. Often after a storm, we kind of clear the air and everything feels much fresher and lighter after a thunderstorm. So those are beautiful cards for feeling into your abundance. Messages for your highest good and greatest well-being. So with Pachamama we have Page of Cups, sort of emphasizing that love again and that simplicity. The page is the student, so that beginner mind and that beginner mindset of fresh new hope and love and excitement, much like the flowers that spring every year and go through their cycles and their seasons. So it's always a fresh new energy that they carry, even though they've been through all these cycles. So it's this remembrance of dropping into the heart and being in the heart space. And at the bottom of the deck we had Five of Wands, so releasing that competitive win or lose or scarcity mindset, which can creep in. Somehow the ego mind or the human mind has this weird way of thinking that if someone has something then someone else doesn't, that someone else's joy and abundance and wealth and success and good fortune and happiness and love and joy is somehow detracting or taking away from someone else's, and it's not true on any level. Yet for some reason that energy sort of spikes like a splinter, and can create that kind of energy, that Four of Cups energy, where you don't even see, when a cup is being offered. So this is about the sort of humility and innocence and beauty and joy of gratitude and love, and embracing that love, and just focus on, how to connect and feel into your abundance is through this gratitude of Mother Earth and remembrance and connecting with her love and grace, and holding that cup, which is your heart, with love, with reverence, with respect and appreciation. And then we have, so with the Thunder we have strength, and isn't it lovely that we have two human forms. We have the face with Pachamama here, and then the Page of Cups, which are the human body, and then we have Thunder, and with these we have these, I think, bison or buffalo charging through, thundering through at great speed. So I'm seeing that as clearing the nervous system, and with that we have the Strength card, which again is all about, if you ever had to do something scary, or when you first learned to ride a bike as a kid, those things where you're on the precipice or the edge of something new, and you have to feel the fear and do it anyway, and it's a visceral experience when it's a challenge or something new or something that perhaps seems a bit scary or is scary. And we have the Lion, so we have the animal form with these two cards. Obviously we have the woman here, but we have the Lion and the buffalo. So this sense of harnessing the nervous system, and of course in the wild, the buffalo and the bison, we could see the buffalo and the lion we can see as prey and predator. Although honestly, I'm not really sure if a buffalo would ever be prey to a lion, a massive herd. Or no, well, you know, some similar herd animal might be. Really, it depends. So there's this thing about not just that lack mindset or that kind of jealous energy that can creep in, or sense of someone else's joy is either the cause of your lack, or some other weird tangle kind of skewed vision and perspective, which is interesting actually, because when I looked at the bottom of the deck with the oracle, the mystical shaman oracle, we had the smoky mirror, which is that clearing the lens of perception. So it's something about clearing this lens of perception in yourself, and doing that by connecting with Mother Earth and reconnecting with the gratitude and love that resides in your heart eternally anyway, and this awakening of the nervous system and the strengthening of capacity to be able to hold more, to be able to expand with abundance, and not and to release whatever limitations have been imposed, self-imposed, through paradigms of belief systems and various other things that may reside in the psyche or in the subconscious, which are now ready to be released and let go of. And it's funny, as I'm chatting, I just noticed I had this the bottom of the deck. We've got the Mother Star, which is the yes card, as if to affirm, yes, that's exactly what it is. And again, we have the female form with another, another big cat. We've got the tiger here with these butterfly wings of transformation, and she has all of the 4 elements as well in balance. And you notice here she's got the stars crowning her and surrounding her, much like the Buddha with the smoky mirror has this golden halo surrounding and crowning. So that in this message that we seem to have both the message and the guidance already given within the cards, and extended by the, oh look, we've got the Hanged Man at the bottom. So there's this double-edged capacity for kind of relaxing into. So that's how you expand your capacity. It's not just by wishing it or wanting it or saying wanting it, or it's not a faking it kind of energy. It's noticing any blocks or whatever we choose to call them. Noticing these things without judgment, in grace, with peace, with compassion, like you would hold this cup of love. So a non-judgmental, unattached observation, allowing them to be there, to be present, whilst simultaneously allowing the body and everything else that's going through the body to be there and be present, whatever the signals and signs are, whatever's going on with the nervous system. It's a sort of a grace of that breath that relaxes into your being and relaxes into your body. And you may find it's just more of a deepening process and a deepening connecting with self. Because of course, as we have with the Pachamama card, in truth, abundance is existence. That's what all of creation and all of existence is. It is abundance. And you can see it everywhere, every day, all the time. Just when you look at nature and if you try to count all the leaves on the trees, or just on one tree, there is abundance everywhere you turn. If you try to count every pebble on a beach, it's just infinite abundance, and it's always expansive. And Mother Nature, it is that abundance that's shared so freely and gracefully with us. It's given so freely. We don't need to carve it up, and we don't need to hold it hostage, and we can flow with the grace of abundance that's there. And nature is a great way to show us how to do that. And perhaps not just like greenery and the abundance of flora and fauna in the world, but also the animals and how they live so freely and abundantly without all these lack mentality beliefs or other kinds of restrictions and limitations. Yeah, I feel this is, and so there was this, with this Hanged Man, it is resting into the nervous system, relaxing into that, which will allow for, which is how you build and create and expand capacity. It's interesting, sometimes when I look at the Thunder card, I get a sense of Uranian energy, but this time I was just thinking about Jupiter. There's also the Sun and the Mars and Venus. There's different sort of elements that come through, but I'm just thinking about the Jupiterian energy, which is very expansive. It's currently it's in Gemini actually. Is it in Gemini, or has it moved into, no, that's Uranus. Jupiter is in Cancer. I did know that. This is about, there might be something there. There's something about the Uranian energy being in Gemini, kind of. Gemini is ruled by Mercury and all about communication. It's it's considered the butterfly of the zodiac. It will be curious and inspired by everything and so many things. Geminis will always find an endless, infinite amount of things to learn and discover and be curious about. That's the gift of the mercurial Gemini mind, and with that Uranian energy there as well, that is like sort of like this Thunder card as well, shaking up the nervous system. Gemini energy is often sort of considered, I think it's associated with the nervous system actually, and the eyes, I think. Different zodiac signs and planets are associated with different parts of the body. Like Saturn rules the bones because it is our structure. So we need Saturn, we need our bones, or else we'd just be blobs of jelly rolling around. Yeah, so maybe it's worth looking at your natal chart and seeing what's transiting as well at the moment. That might give you some more information about how to relax into. So it's a simultaneous process of relaxing into and accepting what is, whilst just holding more space and grace for yourself in that process. I think that's quite a nice, simple message there that we don't really need to expand on any further. It's just a nice little quick how to feel into your abundance. Maybe if I just get one more, I'll keep the Hanged Man because I feel that very much refers to the sort of working with the nervous system in a different way. And this just, actually there's a mixture of these. They're mixed upside down and not. What sort of slid out was the Moon card. It came upside down, but the whole deck is a bit mixed, so that wasn't my intention. But having said that, as it did come out in reverse, this could just be like an affirmation that you are facing sort of subconscious programming and patternings, which is a valuable aspect of that. And again, we have a woman with her animal here, the animal nature, that wolf, again another prey animal. So it's sort of echoing these messages, and of course the moon is associated with the subconscious programming and habits and patterns and what feels familiar, what feels comfortable, what feels natural. And so by breathing into and accepting what is, you're expanding your capacity to what feels natural. I hope that makes sense. And this just was, as I was shuffling, came through as well, the Magician. So that's acknowledging this sort of after all these steps and stages, then you really are sort of in that sort of magnetic manifesting kind of energy, where you're drawing elements to you. The Magician works with the elements earth, air, fire, water, which are all gifts of this planet in abundance. So there's a beautiful flow, and look at all this sort of movement behind her. So she's really in her flow and in her power and in her grace, having done all these other steps as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Short and sweet message. Feeling into your abundance. This is a little how-to, and oh look, I was just playing with the cards and then this popped through as well. Four of Wands, creative, union and freedom. So that's a lovely little, I'll just pop that there, just wrapping everything up, just showing you where you're headed as you continue to do your shadow work and your self-work and self-care. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope that made sense. I hope that was interesting and fun. Thanks for being here. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and catch up with you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.